Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Clear Politics Takeaway for Tuesday, April 12th. I'm Tom Bevan, co-founder and president of Real Clear Politics.
And I'm Carl Cannon, Washington Bureau Chief.
Mr. Cannon, big inflation number out this morning, CPI up 8.5%. That is the biggest jump since December of 1981. Jen Psaki previewed this from the White House podium yesterday. She said that, they were expecting this number to be I think she said, something highly elevated. And she continued to call it Putin's price hike. But I'm not sure the American people are going to, I'm not sure they're buying that argument at all. What do you think?
They're not, because it's not true. It's not the cause of this. It started before this, before Russia invaded Ukraine. Obviously, cataclysmic world events don't help the economy, but we've got some structural problems with the economy now. And whether or not the president whether presidents caused those, there have been, books and theses written on this, but it's hard to blame Joe Biden for inflation. But the American people do look for leadership during this time from the White House. And this White House, the first thing they said was they denied it was going on. Then their second line of defense was, okay, but it's temporary. Now they're blaming Vladimir Putin. That's not really leadership. So I think the American people are going to expect more from the administration on how to deal with this.
Biden is also going to be in Iowa today, Carl, talking about apparently he's going to waive the federal rule on ethanol to allow them to sell blended gas this summer to try and bring down gas prices. They've already come down a little bit, since their sort of astronomical high just a few weeks ago. So at least the administration, I've been arguing they're not doing enough to sort of meet the moment, the urgency that the American people have on this issue. So at least he's highlighting something that he's trying. Again, you can argue how much control he has over these types of things. And I know Republicans argue this is, he's had a lot of control with the spending and the regulations that he's put, Keystone Pipeline, et cetera, et cetera. So they're going to place the blame squarely on him. No matter what, but at least the administration is doing something to try and show the American people, hey, we get it, and we're trying to bring prices down at the pump and other places.
Well, that's exactly what I thought of when I heard about this trip, and I thought, because that's what you've been saying, Tom, that they need to do. They need to take steps. There's all kinds of proposals out there. In Maryland, the governor and a handful of other states have suspended the state gas tax. The Biden also earlier released oil from the strategic reserve, the strategic petroleum reserve. Now he's lowering the bar on ethanol. These are the kind of things I was talking about. This is what the American people expect from a president. The president has to show, first of all, that he knows what's going on with working people, and secondly, try and do something about it. So I think these are the kind of positive steps that we talked about on this podcast that presidents should do, and he is doing them.
A couple of related stories, Carl, that just popped into my head. One, there was a guy who was arrested apparently yesterday or day before for putting those little Biden "I did that" stickers on gas pumps, where it shows the prices. But here in Illinois, our Democrat-controlled state legislature and the Democratic governor, who is up for re-election, they have suspended the gas tax during the summer and wrote into the law that all businesses, all filling stations that sell gas must put up a sign telling them that this was the doing of the state legislature, that the gas tax has been suspended, or they will be fined $500 if they do not put up that sign. So a bit of a campaign message embedded in the law that Illinois and J.B. Pritzker passed just yesterday.
One wonders about the First Amendment implications of that, Tom. It's kind of goofy, but look, there's politics going on. This is an election year. I don't mind people trying to take credit for the things they do. The bigger problem for Democrats is that they're torn. They have mixed feelings about fossil fuels. They, on the one hand, high gasoline taxes are the most regressive tax. It's a direct tax on poor people and the working poor more than anyone, and working class people, especially people who have to drive distances associated with their jobs. On the other hand, the Democratic Party is foursquare behind getting rid of, eventually phasing fossil fuels out altogether. And so they're hearing it from these politicians are hearing from multiple constituencies, and they're not hearing necessarily positive things. So if they want to take a little credit, if they want to do a little crowing, I guess that's understandable.
All right. We will leave it there for this morning. I'm Tom Bevan, co-founder and president of Real Clear Politics.
And I'm Carl Cannon, Washington Bureau Chief, and this has been the Real Clear Politics Takeaway for Tuesday, April 12th, 2022.